Are you muting it? Eh? Move this thing up.
Am I on mute?
Maybe already.
Yeah, she's good.
Morning, Jason.
Good morning.
Morning, Itoa.
Morning,
How you all doing?
I'm fine.
Fine. This your background, virtual background. It's not allowing me to see your face, though, Jason. Right. Itoa, can you come online? Can you go on video? Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to. That's what I'm doing.
All right. I am a bit where I am. I will come online later. I mean, I'll come on video later, but I will not be able to immediately come on video right now. But while we are waiting for Itoha to be online, good morning, dear Jason. Trust you're fine.
Yes.
I can't hear you. Your audio doesn't sound loud enough.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, welcome to CodeZone. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Welcome to CodeZone. We're glad to have you. This is a one-on-one class, like I mentioned to Daddy. It was August that we do general class, but now that you're going to be doing your one-on-one class, your instructor is Miss Itoha. Her name is Miss Itoha, and she's going to be taking you for this period. So your class starts from 10 to 12 every Saturday. Your focus is HTML, CSS. Okay, and the link that as you are using right now is going to be the consistent link going forward. You are going to download, basically HTML, CSS is the fundamentals to website development, practically all websites. Right now, AI is making it easier every moment to develop stuff, but it's important to get a grasp of how these things have become developed so that the older you grow, the easier it is to understand and allow AI to help you. So I think that's the very important aspect of it. It's not going out of fashion very soon, even though AI tools make things easier. The knowledge you acquire would always come very handy for you to become more professional in every area that you get interested in. All right, so now that I have said my bit, I want you to introduce yourself quickly, your name, your age, what you would really, your area of interest. And when I say your area of interest, so for example, in CodeZone, when I have some participants, they say, oh, my area of interest is sport. I love soccer. Some love food. Some love music. So it helps us to know the kind of what would interest you and the kind of website we would like you to. That noise, that
Sorry,
noise.
ma.
Please, you can mute your for now. So it will help us to understand your area. Maybe it's fashion. You just love boys' fashion, girls' fashion, whatever. The reason we love always to know that about our participants is it's easier for you to find images, for you to understand the language. When we now want to pick up a website to develop, we're going to look for a website in that area that is of interest to you, and you would flow easily because you're going to be looking for links, you're going to be looking for images, you're going to be looking for sound bites, stuff, write up in different pages of the website if we get to that point. So just tell me a bit about yourself, tell us rather a bit about yourself. Jason, over to you.
Okay, my name is Jason Laleye. I'm 13 years old. I like this. For my hobbies, I like playing games and I like football. And for GCSE, I'm going to take computer science.
Fantastic. So you love playing games. So what
Yeah.
kind of games? Which sites do you? What kind of games do you play?
Or like football games and yeah, action games.
On online, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a few of the websites you use or the apps you use.
Well, I actually play games on my PlayStation. So,
All right. So outside of PlayStation, which other one?
well, I play football and then
All right. All right. That's fine. PlayStation website, interestingly, is quite simple yet complex because we've had a lot of students, participants use PlayStation as their choice website because they love football and they love playing games. So one of the things we'll quickly review before the end of class, once Itoha comes back, Itoha, I believe you are there, is to say, okay, this
Yes,
is
ma.
the all right, great PlayStation website. If I recollect very clearly, because we've done this a couple of times with PlayStation, it's a one page. It's like a Google site. The home page, you have the PlayStation logo, and then by the time you click onto it, you probably have to sign in and stuff. So we'll probably will be looking for other game stations that are. There's this popular one. Itonha, can you remind me of some of the popular ones that we used for games last in August? Those kids that love
Roblox.
games. Yes,
Yeah, it
Roblox.
was
So do
Roblox.
you play Roblox?
yeah, yeah.
Justin? All right, all right. Roblox also came in big time. I mean, you guys, that's your interest, Sha. We know. Anyway, so nice to have you once again, and we look forward to you having a, a best of time. So Itohan, just quickly let's have a feel, and then you can dive into it. Any ground rules, any stuff.
Just like ask questions. Ask questions. It's important that you ask. If you don't understand, ask questions.
We can't
Don't
hear you
ask
clearly. I
questions.
don't know. I don't want your audio to break. Is it just me?
About normal.
It's a bit better. Can you hear her? It's Jason, because it's important that you hear her.
No,
She's going to be
no,
teaching you.
it's breaking up.
Okay, so you need to speak out if you can't hear her clearly, because I will soon be out of your faces.
Yeah,
And so once you can hear her,
with my mom.
all right? So
Okay.
she wouldn't have spoken for so long and you did not pick anything from it. So please, can you start over, Itoha?
Okay, so say now. Is it better now?
Yeah.
Education. Which I think is where well now.
Yeah, it's fine now.
It's fine now, right?
Yeah.
No problem. So I was saying that it's important that you listen in class, but more importantly, it is ask questions. If you don't understand anything, ask questions. I can always come back and always do your assignment. It's important that you do your assignment because coding is practicing. The more you practice, the more you know. We have a very short time, but in that short time, we would try to build something, and I would try to cram as much stuff as I can in our short time and make sure that you get something meaningful out of it. We because of the time, we might have to build we might just have to build a profile page, but of course we'll incorporate it and make it about you and write all the games that you want and all of that, all the games that you like and all of that. Okay, so but just make sure you listen and please always ask questions. If you need me to go back, let me know.
Okay.
I'm going to have to change this location. Sorry, hold on. Because I think this place is messing up my connection.
It was better. I could hear you better than it before.
Oh, okay. What about now, Ma?
You're loud and clear. I heard everything you said to Jason, and I think he heard you too. Right, Jason?
Yeah, I heard you perfectly.
All right, so we're just going to dive into it immediately. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to share my screen now. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Okay.
So first of all, let me get. Do you know? Do you have any knowledge at all? Let me start from there. Any knowledge at all?
Of HTML and CSS.
Yes.
In my previous coding class, she didn't really teach me anything about that.
Okay, so what did she teach you exactly?
I used a website called Google Collab, and he was showing me variables, integers, strings, and all this stuff like that.
Okay, that sounds like JavaScript.
I want to go back. This is your phone. Provided their number in case the network is
All
not
right,
good.
fine. So
Okay.
today we're going to start with the basics of the basics. So hold on. I'm trying to share my screen. I'm trying to fix this live
Just a
stream.
quick one to say that though we're using the GT app, it's very close to Jason, so it's quite similar to using Zoom or any of those app tools. Most of the icons are familiar, so when you need to share your screen, it's just get familiar. You use Zoom, right? You use Zoom for classes, do you?
Yeah, sometimes.
All right, so you've used that before, and you've used Google Collab as it were, and probably Google Meet,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So this is another app that's also as beautiful as the other one. But any of those that you can't get with ease, please shout. And if you need to get in touch out after class, I'm easily accessible and available. Just tell your dad if you have some questions to pass on or something. All right.
yeah.
All right. So quickly, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So today we're going to do the basics, and just for I don't know how to get that right now. We'll discuss that one.
I can't see your screen anymore.
You know how to use VS Code? Oh wow. Okay, hold on. Mm, let me see. So I'm going to share it again. Can you see it now?
Yes.
You can see it now.
Yes.
Okay, so please hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Um, I have to. Okay. Do you know how to use VS Code?
No.
Do you know how to use VS Code?
No. No.
You don't know? Okay. So your first assignment for today is going to be to download VS Code. I would share my VS Code later to show you how VS Code works. All right, but let's go to um yeah, let's go into it. I'll share VS Code later. So HTML and CSS, when it comes to building a website, we use HTML and CSS for most websites that you see. It is built by HTML and CSS, the front end. There's coding, there's front end, and there's back end. We're going to begin with the front end here. So you can see this entire website, right?
Yeah.
You can see this entire website, right?
Yes.
When you think of a website as a book with pages. As a book with pages. If this is a navigation menu here. You have HTML here. Excuse me. You have CSS here. You have JavaScript. You have SQL. So these are all links to. If I click here, it takes me to the CSS part. So we're going to learn all of that. Okay. So I have a problem. No, let me not bother going there. So let's just. Sorry, I don't know what is wrong with my talk today. You can still see the screen, right?
Yes.
Because I don't know if it's the network. Okay, definitely my network. Okay, so it's back. So when you want to start coding a site, we use VS Code, and all HTML documents must start with a document type declaration rather. So I will show you all this later because you probably would understand it here. I'm not going to go into it straight. When my VS Code for some reason is still trying to come up, and when it does, I would show you what I mean. All right. So first things first. Sorry, hold on. Thank you. Can what do you call them now? I'm so sorry. The name has skipped my mind. Trying to remember. Yes, HTML element. Let me just go to HTML element. So we use elements when we want to build a page. Most page are just a combination of plenty elements, and I will show you how it works. We're going to talk heading. Which one? Go to. All right, like this particular page now. This is a heading. All right, sorry. HTML element. Any page you go to, there's always heading.
Your mic's breaking up.
Or for instance, if you come here, this is one heading. All right, HTML element is one heading. This is another heading. All right, but this is HTML element is also another heading. So it's just like, look at website like writing a book. When you have a big text, when you're writing your notes in school or you're reading a textbook, you usually have headings. Jason, are you
Yeah, but I'm
network?
seeing your mic is breaking up.
Hello?
Your mic is breaking up.
Okay. So, all right, what about now? Is it still breaking?
It's fine now.
Is it still breaking?
No.
Okay. So let me go back to the screen I was sharing. So I was saying that I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the network so that we would have smooth sailing so to stop breaking. So I said that when you're writing your notes in school, if you write notes in school or you're reading a textbook or something, you always have headings. The same
Yeah.
with headings to let us know what the page is about. For instance, on this page, this is the heading right here. This is the heading right here on this page. If you go to another website, you probably would see almost every website has headings. Yeah, almost all websites have headings. But the thing there is, let me show it to you. So I want to go to so that we can do this. Okay, here. That we're going to build for this class is going to be a profile page, and the heading of that page is definitely going to be either whatever you want it to be. It could be about me or meet or whatever. I'll show you an example of a heading. So the thing with headings is that this is H1. We also have H2, second heading. Oh, second heading, second heading. Uh, so one thing you should know, you can see the way I'm writing H1, right?
Yeah.
Most elements when you're writing, it is going to be like this. Every element always has an opening tag. Let me. Can you still hear me and can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can
So this
still
is
see.
another three. Now, this particular one, this first one I'm opening, that is the one to write another heading, and then you close it. So every HTML element, for the most part, majority of the time, they always have an opening tag and a closing tag, right? The closing
Yeah.
tag always has a slash bracket like this particular bracket. Then this is the opening tag H1, H2, H3 slash that indicates that okay, this is the heading. So if you go to the website
I can't see your screen anymore. I can't see your screen.
So I will tell you the difference and how to use them. My network is pretty much always reliable. I don't know what is happening this period. This is H5. I'm going to close this and then I will show you the difference. Alright, so let me change this to 6. Now, headings usually they are used to. Hope you can see. Oh, I just realized that you're not seeing my. Okay, hold on. Let me just share my entire. Let me stop sharing here because I just realized that. Okay. Your entire
I
screen
can't hear.
because I was only sharing one. You can't hear me.
I can. It's just that I can't see your screen. It's breaking.
Oh, is that me or you? Is that from my end of him? Okay, so even now you can't see it.
Well, I can see it now, but like, yeah.
The
Now,
screen is breaking or my voice is breaking.
both of them.
Let me stop sharing and share it again. Oh, I had to take it off. Hold on, I'll share it again. Hold on, I'll share it again.
What's the noise? What's the issue?
I'll share it again. I want to share the entire screen. Uh,
Are are you trying to share your screen?
this is something for me that I don't understand.
Are you trying to share your screen? Itoha.
I think he's saying,
Hello, Itoha. Can you hear me?
Director, please, can you see my screen? I think he's having.
Yes, but
Let me share it again.
so you're supposed to share window, not. Can you hear me? What you are sharing is your current screen. There is a place there where you will pick the window.
Yes.
So go look at the top of your this thing. That's where you pick window. But this one, I'm just seeing your exact screen
But
right now.
he said he can't see it, so I'm sharing again.
Uh, yes, now we can see it. Can you see Jason?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. I'm already sharing it.
Yes, we can see it
Yes,
now.
ma.
We can't see it anymore.
Yes, ma, I can hear you.
We can't see your screen any longer.
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I already I've done that. That's why I stopped it and I started editing
Your mic is breaking.
There's still a
window.
lot of transmission break here. Okay. So we can't see
So I'm
the
going to
W3 school screen. Yes, now we can see it. We can see it now. Are you there?
Okay.
Itoha, can you hear me?
Okay. 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 Yes. Hello, Director, can you hear me?
Yeah, but your mic is
Yes,
breaking.
I can now. Yeah, your audio is not so good.
I can't see anyone.
Itoha, can you hear me? Her network apparently is terrible. She's dropped out of the call.
Oh, okay.
To reach her, I don't know what the problem is. Can you hear me, Jason?
Yes.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Jason, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, but it's breaking up.
Are you able to hear me? All right. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. I've been trying to get and just saying, can you hear me all day? All right. So I'm going to call.
Uh,
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see what you have written now. Let me call Itoha and see what the real problem is. Or a code
I'm here.
editor,
I'm here, ma. Can you hear
Jason.
me, ma?
Jason, can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you now. Your network
Yes.
is terrible, Itoha. Your network is so bad. Now there's a lot of echo. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. I can hear you. Jason, can you hear her?
Yeah, but it's breaking.
Is it still breaking?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's better. It's better from my
Okay.
side.
Jesse, is it still breaking on your side?
Yeah, like it's talking and then it stops talking.
Okay, what about now?
But can you pick out what I'm saying? Can you hear me, Jason?
I can hear you, but I can't hear others.
Miss Itoha, okay. In the meantime, while Itoha is trying to sort her audio and mic, VS Code, do you have it on your system, Jason?
No,
Something called VS Code. Eh?
no.
All right. So you'll be needing that. I'm going to ask.
Should I get it now?
Send
You're breaking as well.
the
Seeing she's reading as well.
can hear me.
No, I can hear you. Oh God, who's going today? This is usually so reliable. Like, can you hear me like this? Jason, can you hear me like this?
A little bit.
Okay. So I'm talking through. I think it's better on my phone. The director also left me. I think it's better on my phone. So I'm going to speak on my phone and then share my screen with my laptop. So I'm trying to log in with my laptop again. The network is usually reliable. I don't know what's going on. I think we use the same service provider, so everybody's experiencing network problems. So, I'm trying to log in my laptop now.
Okay.
So that
Can you hear me?
yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. You're downloading already. Fantastic. We will find a way to sort these network issues out. It's on maybe tomorrow. And by the next class, make sure you have backup internet because
Yes,
I'm sure
ma'am.
his own internet is pretty much more stable.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
get backup so that we don't use all the time. It's practically 30 minutes checking. Can you hear me? Can you not hear me? It's not so good at all, considering that the timing is short.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Maybe that will help me. Maybe that will help me. It's not coming from me. It's not coming from me. Okay, that's from me. Guys, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it. It's just that your mic is breaking.
It's still breaking.
Yeah, but I can see your screen.
Okay, so let me use this mic. Hold on. So this is breaking, right? Let me try my laptop one if you say this is breaking. Let me
It,
post. Does it sound better?
Yes. Oh, but there's a loud
So
echo.
hold on, there is a problem.
I could hear you better that
Okay.
time, Mo. It's just that my own end
So
keeps
if this
breaking.
sounds better, can I go ahead?
Yes, please. It sounds better to me. Jason, what do you think?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that like sometimes when she's speaking, it stops speaking.
Yeah. So prompt us. Once you can't hear her anymore, let's do it this way, Jason. Once you can't hear her anymore, because she may not know that you can't hear her, just speak out immediately. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay.
But right now, since we can hear her and she won't know when it is fixed or not until she keeps teaching you, let's take it that it is better. Okay, so that we can go on with class.
Okay.
Did you get that?
Yes.
All right. You told her.
Okay. So
I
please
think
just prompt me.
your mobile. Try go to your mobile audio first. Let me reconfirm to you if it's okay because you started
I'm
with your
actually using the
system.
mobile now. Yes.
Oh, you're using the mobile, so it feels like it's clearer than the one we started with.
Yeah, I'm using the mobile now. So I'm just sharing my screen on my system, but I'm using the mobile to communicate.
So it does break, it's breaking, but let's just start. And once Jason says he can't hear you, he would also drop it in the chat. So just in case you can't
Okay.
hear him, he will drop in the chat that he can't hear you. But let's get to it. He has downloaded. Have you downloaded VS Code now?
Yes.
All right, great. All right, guys, continue class.
Okay. So hold on for my screen to start sharing again. Okay, now we're back. So let me make this bigger. So maybe it's better outside. Okay. So what about now? Are we good now?
Yes.
Okay. So as I was saying before, we're talking about headings, and I said that there are about 6 of them. You can see them here, H1, H2. Now, when I was talking about opening tag and closing tag, this is what I was talking about. For most elements that we're going to be writing, you're going to have an opening tag, which is this. Okay. So it's clearer here, right, Jason?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to stay here. Let me just get my chair because I just wanted to confirm that it was. Let me get my chair and then plug my laptop. Since it's clearer here, I'm just going to be here. So hold on. I'm going to have to move my chair outside. Oh, okay. So I'm so sorry, boys, for the greater good so that you can hear me better. Let me move my desk chair outside. I think the connection is way better outside. Um, so, oh my God. Oh, okay. I have to take an extension to drag it outside. So it's better if I'm outside and you can hear me.
Yes.
So pardon me moving things around. Oh. Okay, this is not working. All right. All right, so let me get started. Thank you for your patience.
Fine.
Okay. So are we still good with the audio? Is this sounding great?
Yes.
All right. That's what I want to hear. Oh, sorry, hold on. This space is not working, right? This is not working. Please, thank you. Because they can hear me outside, but inside they can't hear me. So let me put this. Did I? Sorry, I'm sorry. So just plug it here too. Oh, good. Is this still working? Thank you. I don't know. Normally, network is always reliable. I don't know what's happening today. Okay, so yeah.
Jade.
Okay, thank you. It's working. All right, so I'm set. So you can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I want to keep my phone far away from me. Okay. So if I talk like this, you can hear me, right? Okay. I don't think you can hear me, so I'll put it close to me. Okay, so as we're talking about headings, and I said most elements, this heading is an element as well. And you have H1, H2, that's heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. So I was talking about opening tags and closing tags. For most elements that we're going to be talking about, you're going to have an opening tag. So this is the opening tag here. All right. This one you're seeing, this H1, open bracket, H1, close brackets, H1. This is the opening tag here. You can see my cursor, and this is the closing tag. I'm trying to select. I don't know why it's not letting me allowing me select anything. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So for most elements that you're going to be writing, you're going to be having opening tags and closing tags. And it's important that you put them, because if you don't put them, you won't be getting the answer you won't be getting the desired outcome that you want. All right. So now this is how the headings look like individually. So let me set this back to normal. Okay. Something is going on that I don't understand. So I'm going to have to restart this page. Okay. I'm going to have to restart because for some reason I can't edit that page. Okay. So we're going to do it again. Then I'll explain how you can use this individual heading. So to any web page you go to, there is always heading. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so now it's working. So let me rewrite the entire heading so that you can see the difference. All right, so there's H2, which is another heading. And then I'm going to close the brackets. So the difference between the opening tag and the closing tag is this slash. The difference between the opening tag and the closing tag is the slash you are seeing. The closing tag always has a slash at the end of it. So it's important that you follow their rules. Let me just call them rules when you are coding. We call them rules. There are certain rules you must follow. You must have an opening tag and a closing tag. Otherwise, it becomes a problem. There are certain elements that don't use opening and closing tag, and we'll talk about that as we go home. So this is H3, this is H4, this is H4, this is H5, this is H5, and so there is H6. Now, the general rule is that for every single page, because a website is just a combination of pages. It's just yeah, let me call it like that. You just have different, for instance, I was showing you W3 school and how it has different pages. That's what makes up your website. Now, in your notebook, when you're reading books or when you're using books, what you also have different pages. So it's the same for a website. It's just that for websites, we use for books, you use pages to access books. For instance, if you want to go to page 60, you turn to page 60. If you want to go to page 100, you turn to page 100. But for coding, what we use is we use links. We don't use pages. So that's why if you want to go to a website, you ask, oh, what's the link? Or you want to go to a web page, you ask, oh, what's the link? Or where's the link? And then you get the address, you get the link address. So that's how it works.
Okay.
So now this is how the headings look. The first one is H1, H2, this is H3 here, this is H3, this is H4, this is H5, and this is H6. Now the general rule, just like you have headings and subheadings. You know what subheadings are?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have headings, we have subheadings. So the major heading is always the H1. And for every page you are creating, you cannot have more than one H1 on a page because of that. That's SEO related, but that's just the general rule. Let me show you this page, for instance, this W3 skill. You can see this is the heading, right? This HTML element up here, this particular one is a heading, right? This is also a heading, right? There are more headings below. This nested HTML is also a heading. But the difference, you can see the difference here, that this first one is bigger than most of them because this is the H1. Every page you only need one H1. So this is H1, and then this is probably H2 or H3. You can now decide that you want to use whatever heading that you want. If you want to use H2 or H1, depending on how big you want the subheading to be. So this second one here is probably, this highlighted one is probably a H2 or a H3. So that's how headings work. I want to show you a sample of what we'll be building. So bear with me. I'm trying to find that site. It's a sample of what we'll be building. I think it is okay here. So this is my own profile page, but we're going to be mirroring it and we're going to try to build it. So you can see this is what it's just going to be about yourself. So you can see this is my H1 here. This is how I got this. All right, this is an H1, but there were also additional what's it called? Please hold on a second. Hold on. Jason, can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me, right? Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out if I don't need my phone, since the network is clearer out here. So let me. So confirm if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Thank you. So, like I said, let me look for that sample again. Where is it?
Mom, can I have my
This
food?
is what we're going.
I still have another hour.
Okay, so that's that about heading. Always remember that you can only use H1 once, and then whatever heading you want to have, you have to use either from H2 to H6. Okay, so that's very good. So let's move on to the next element. You have something, we have the paragraph element. If you check, um, we check this right here. This was written with the paragraph. This right here was, I think this is H3, all right, and this is H2, H1 rather. The reason why H1 is so big is probably because there's extra styling on it, all right. So
Yeah.
let me show you what paragraphs look like. So paragraph is just used to write paragraph, so this is okay. I hope you're following.
Yes.
All right, so this is a paragraph. This is what it looks like. You can decide to write a lot of text in here. You can see it also has, let me make this bigger. Increase brightness. Okay. So you can see it also has an opening tag and a closing tag of P, right? So you can decide to write a lot of things in here. Let me, all right. So you can decide to have, you can decide to have a lot of text in here, just like this when you're writing a paragraph. Okay. So if I run it, see, this is what it gives me, right? So that is a paragraph element, and it's just basically to write paragraphs. So the next element we're going to look at now, there is the BR element, which is the line break element. Now, this is one of those elements that do not have a closing tag. So let me show you what it looks like. So that page is loading. All right.
Where is it? I'm not putting your mind into what I'm teaching.
Is this thing that is on your desk?
So this is the one. Okay, so now this BR is just basically to cause a line break, as you can see. Remember when I wrote the plenty paragraph, you see there was no line break. It just kept going like that and like that. Most times you might want to write certain things and you need a break in line. We use the BR element to do that. All right. So the BR element doesn't have a closing tag because for the most part, you're not most elements that have closing tags are elements that you have text in between. For instance, if you're going to write a heading, that means there will be a text inside the heading element. If you're going to write a paragraph, maybe you're going to write a paragraph about yourself, there would be text in between the opening tag and the closing tag of the paragraph, just like you have here. All right. But for
Okay.
a BR, you're not necessarily putting any text in between. You're just trying to break a line so it doesn't have. All right.
Yeah.
Do you get that? Yeah. Another element that doesn't have a closing and opening tag is the HR element, and that this is pretty much easy. To draw a line, the HR element just draws a line like this. There are certain let me look for a website that has a line under it. I think it's this one. So because I'm trying to make sure you get more out of this, that's why I'm not building this simple page. But you can see this particular, you see this line right here. You see that there's a line on top, there's a line below. These two lines, this first line, this is built with HR. We use HR to do that. All right, so I'm moving quickly for the sake of time. So now let's look at this page. Now, I've taught you about the basic things that you need to know about the basic ones. So let's look at this page. We'll talk about how to upload images and videos probably in the next class. But for this class, I want to focus on creating this navigation bar that you can see up here. All right. So what a navigation bar is just a list of links. Let me go to navigation bar here. So let me come here. You have downloaded your VS Code, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll show you how to do that. I won't use the online editor anymore. I'll probably go to VS Code now. But for now, let me go there. W3 School Navigation. Which is the navigation bar. All right. Okay. I'm also going to do something called CSS. Okay, so navigation bar. All right. So let me just quickly touch on CSS before we go. Now, this what we have been writing here is just basic HTML. All right. This is I'm going to close everything here. Um, okay. So close. Let me close this. So I'm going to close everything here. Okay. So it's still opening. So let me go and try to open the VS Code again. So please, there's so much noise at your background. Could you mute? If you need to talk to me, you can just unmute and talk to me. There's so many noise in your background. Okay. So why my VS Code is coming on? I really need it to come up now. All right, so it's up now. And I'm going to show you how to use VS Code. The first thing that you need to do is that you need to create a folder. You do know how to create a folder, right?
No, I don't know how to.
You don't know how to create a folder.
Wait for the website.
No. Like just open a new folder on your laptop in your library. You know how to create a folder.
A new tab.
No, okay, hold on. I will show you. Just hold on. I'll show you what I mean by a folder. I have to close. Oh my god, I closed it. Wow. Okay, I know what to do. Oh, the visual code is updating. All right, fine. So this is my library, right? So my library is trying to open up as well. Like when you want to save pictures or you want to save videos in a folder, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
come
I can
here.
do that.
Yeah, so for me, let me see. Fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a new folder here. I'm going to open a new folder. Okay. So I'm going to open a new folder here. I don't know why the VS Code is going through something. So I'm going to open new. I'm going to call that folder JSON, right? JSON. Easy, right?
Yeah.
So now I want to open this folder in my VS Code. So sometimes it happens like that. Okay, so apparently you have to go to VS Code first. So let me try to open this again. It should have updated by now. Oh, let me open an existing one. Let me open an existing document because I want to show you certain things there. The profile page. Oh no. Okay. Let's open VS Code. So I think VS Code has come up again. Let me see if I can show you how to upload pictures. So sorry, give it time to come up. It should come up any minute from now. All right, fine, we're here. Okay, very good. So let me open this particular open with VS Code. So let me close this file I'm seeing here. Close folder. Close folder. What is wrong with VS Code this morning? All right, so when you open VS Code, this is exactly what you get from VS Code, right? So what you want to do, this is you would see, you might not see this particular ones because yours is new, you haven't been doing anything, but it would definitely look like this. So the first thing you want to do is to open a folder, right? So I'm going to go and open a folder. So remember that folder I opened that it was JSON. I opened it in my documents. So I'm going to documents, right?
Yes.
And then I'm going to select JSON. And I'm going to select it and open that folder. So now there is nothing, there is no, if I come to my folder here, if I come here and then I click on that JSON folder, you see, obviously there's nothing there because we didn't put anything there. But after opening it in VS Code, the first thing you want to do is to create an HTML file. Okay, so we're going to call this JSON profile. Can we put JSON profile page? I really don't like to .html. Now it's important to make sure you put, oh sorry, yes, I trust the authors. I have to redo this again. So I really don't like to put space when I'm naming my I really don't like to put space when I'm naming my files. So you have to open a file and then you have to name that file has to depend whatever name you want to give it. Let me just give this JSON. All right, is your profile page. You have to put .html. That way it can open in the browser. I'll explain. So now I have, do you see what I did now? Should I do it again?
Yes. Yeah.
You saw how did you see how I opened the folder?
Yeah.
You go to open folder and then yes, and when your folder opens, because there is nothing there, obviously, you're going to, you see this sign here? This says new file. If I move here, this says new folder. What you want to open is a new file. You don't need a new folder. You already have a folder. What you want to open is a new file. So I'm going to open a new file and I'm going to call that file json.html. You can decide to call your page JSON profile picture, JSON's profile, JSON's, whatever you decide to name that file. The most important thing is that you have to put full stop HTML there. This is so that the browser can open it. Now, if I go back to if I go back to the folder here, you would see now there is now a file called JSON, and you see it has this thing where it looks like you can open it online. If I don't, let me open it without putting .html. Let me open it without putting .html. Rename. So if I don't put .html and I just save it like this, right? This is what will happen. Let me go to the folder. And you see, it just looks like a file that you cannot, this will not open anywhere. All right,
Okay.
it's not a file that the browser can read. So you have to make sure you put .html. All right, full stop HTML. Now save that. Fine. So when I come here, when I come to the folder and I want to open it, I'm going to open with um I'm going to open with Google Chrome. That's what I want you to open it. So because I really don't think, where's that page? Hold on. Okay, so this is the file. The file that's opened here. This is now the reason why it doesn't have anything is because there is nothing on the file. If I come here and then I write H1 heading. Oh, this might not work because we've not done certain things that will show you. If I say H1 heading, Control S. All right. If I come here and I do that and I come back here and I reload, oh, that's not where it opened. Okay, not a problem. If I reload this, you see now it has heading there. All right, because I wrote, and as you can see, the only things that are going to show on the browser is what you have written inside here, the text. You don't see the H1 or the H1 opening tag or the closing tag. You don't see that on the browser. You just see the heading. All right. Now because like you said, you don't have any background in coding, and this is pretty much advanced. I doubt if you can build this in 4 weeks. It's pretty much advanced. So what we're going to do is that we're going to build something as simple as this. This is simple enough. Yeah, this is simple enough. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, it's still about, as you can see, this is about me, meet me. I want to aspiring front-end developer. I built this a long time ago. All right, so we would learn how to do all of this. So now when you open your VS Code, the first thing you want to do before you even start coding at all, you want to click on this exclamation mark here. You see this exclamation mark here, right?
Yes.
When you put that in, you press the enter button. Now this is what comes out. Now you see all these things here. This is your head. This is sorry. When we first started, when they were saying that every HTML file needs to have a doc type declaration. So this is you telling the browser that okay, this is an HTML file. That's why this doc type here. So from this doc type down to this head here, they're all just, let's call them rules. They when you open a HTML file, they have to be there. They're kind of like the rules. You understand? So where you actually start coding is in between this body here, this opening body and then the closing body. For the most part, for this your head, you can see the title. This title here is just the title of the document. We're going to call this Jason's profile page because that's the title of the page we're building. Profile page, right? That's the
Yeah.
title of the page we're building. All right. So these are just rules that they just have to be there for HTML. You don't need to understand them. You just know that they have to be present. All right. So give me a moment. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Text me, please. So as I was saying, those meta, whatever, you just know that they are something that they just have to be there. You don't have to understand them. I don't understand them. I don't bother on this because there's no point. Just know, oh, they have to be there. And luckily for you, all you need to do is click on the exclamation mark and press enter, and it will appear. So when you really start to code, you get this HTML language is equals to English is just letting you know, oh, display this page in English. So you have the head element here. For the most part, your CSS goes into your head elements. I will talk about CSS later, but just put that in mind that your CSS goes into your head elements. So you can see the opening tag for the body and the closing tag for the body. It's just like when you're writing your essay, right? You have the body of the essay. So the body of your page is where you are writing, is where you are coding, is where everything will start from. So this is where your H1 will start from. And this is the closing HTML tag for this one here. So they are just rules. What is more important is where you start coding from. Oh, sorry. What is more important is where you start coding from, which is here. This is where you start coding from. All right. Very good. I'm going to open the code base. All right. Open this code. So we talked about the H1. All right. We said the H1 is. Let me go to that site and see it. So for us here, this site we are building, our H1 is going to be meet blessing in Tohan, right? So for you, it's going to be meet Jason. H1
H1 needs Jason was the H1.
meet Jason. So you're going to have H3 here, and you're going to put what you aspire to be. What's it called? Occupation. Or maybe you can make the page about something that you love, you know,
Okay.
about something that you love, or you can make it, oh, I love to play games. I love, depending on whatever you write. Let me just write, I love to play games here. All right. I love, I love to play games. Now, when you've written your code like this, there's one important thing that you must do. You have to save it. All right. You can see this thing here that is writing one. It means that you have not. You have to. You can see it's one unsaved file. The only way the browser is going to read it is if you have saved it. If you don't save it, nothing will appear. For instance, I didn't save it now. If I go back to where it is, if I go back to the browser, it's still going to be showing me the first thing that was there because I have not saved that page, even if I reload it. Because what usually happens is, oh, wow, it's saved. I think I saved it. Okay, I accidentally saved it earlier. Yeah. So always make sure you save. Okay, let me write something else so that you see what I'm talking about. Are you following me?
Yes.
All right. So I come here. Let me write. Now I'm not saving this. If I go to the page and I try to reload it, you see, it's not coming out. The second one I wrote is not coming out because I did not save it. So what I have to do is to go back and press Ctrl S. All right. You see this thing here is telling me one unsaved file. So now let me press Ctrl S. Ctrl S. Oh, sorry.
Hmm? Yes.
You're fire. Are you not
So after,
supposed
can I go ahead? Are you there?
Yes.
to?
All right. So after saving it, if I go back to the browser, this is the browser and it's trying. I'll come back to this one. Come back to this one. Let me use here. So now if I reload this, after saving, you must go back and reload to see what you have done. Now that I've reloaded it, you can see the second one has appeared. Don't worry, I know it doesn't look like what I have showed you, but we're going to use CSS to style it eventually. So I'm going to take this out. Right now we're only focused on what's it called? On the HTML. So let me see what's the next thing then. Okay, so I think there was a HR. Let me go and check. So if I go to the page here, so after writing aspiring front developer, okay, this is in a box. We'll talk about that box when we get to CSS. But now you can see this line right here. So
Yeah.
we're going to build that line with a HR. So that's going to be a HR. All right. I'm going to save this and let's go and check the browser. So I'm reloading it now. You can see that line there, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, most web pages are a combination of HTML and CSS. HTML is the write-up initially, is the markup language, is the write-up. You can see we use HTML to write all this. Do you understand? But the actual styling and making it go from this to this is CSS. We use
Yeah.
CSS when we want to do that. Yeah. So, but for now, but you have to learn HTML first before you can learn CSS. So just focus on getting all the write-ups that you need, and then we'll start designing with HTML. All right. So let me see something. Sorry, I want to paste this here. So for the most part, if I check here, let me see. So if I check here, there is meat blessing, there is this. Okay, now what we have is an image. You have an image. So I'm going to show you how to do your image. Under the image, there is a HR, and this is a and this is going to be your assignment. You're going to write this paragraph yourself, and then you're going to write about this. But let me just show you how to put an image. Now, the image element is also one of those elements that you don't need to have. What's it called? You don't need to have it doesn't need a closing tag. All right, so let me show you. First of all, to use an image, the thing with image is that you have to I'm looking for the best easiest way to explain it so that you understand. Now, of course, you cannot just, it's not like you're writing now, we're writing things now and they are appearing. But for an image, the image has to come from somewhere. All right, you can't type an image. The image has to be come from somewhere. So most times the image is on a site. There are two ways to put an image. For instance, if I come here now, right, this is still loading. This is an image, right? This is an image on this site here. All right, I can also have the image on my laptop right here. Let me go to downloads. I know I have an image here. So there is also an image here. There are images here on my laptop. Let me find that particular image. I'm sure you have pictures of yourself on your laptop.
Well, this is like a new computer, so
Okay, well, you can always put your pictures on it if you use an Android. It's easier with an Android. So I'm trying to find that picture online so that I can explain how to do it the two ways, because there are two ways to do it. To put an image. Where is it? Where's the image? Where is the picture? Okay, so I can't find that particular picture, but I have this picture here, right? I'm going. So the important thing is that if you're taking an image from your laptop, it is important that the image should be in the folder that you open, the same folder as your HTML as your HTML file should have your image. So I'm going to copy this right here. I'm going to copy this image and go and paste it in that folder. For you, since it's a new computer, you just have to copy it directly into that folder. All right. So that folder is in my documents and is in JSON, is in the JSON folder. All right. So
okay.
all right, I can decide to use what? I can decide to, just paste it here. You get, and you see it appears here, right? Let me rename this picture. It's easier when you rename it because this name is too long. I'm just going to call it my picture. My picture. All right. I'm just going to say now you can do it like this and just, but for me, I like, because sometimes when you're building a website, you're going to use, there sometimes you have to use 1,000 pictures. Okay. Let me show you what happens now. If I go back to my VS Code, you can see that picture, you can see it here. Now, because we are building, we're not building a sophisticated website like that, we're just building a simple page. This can work fine. In a situation where you have to use like maybe 1,000 pictures, and maybe you have a lot of, because the thing with HTML pages right now, this is the first page, I mean, this is the only page. If you look at a website like W3 School, let me go there. This is a website that has multiple pages. Sorry. This is a website that has multiple pages. This is a page. 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 All these sidebars you are seeing, all this navigation at the side has over, let's say, 50 pages. So that means you need 50 HTML files. Then you have to put 50 picture. Everything here will be too full. Do you understand my point, Jason?
Yes.
Hello? You understand, right? So,
Yes.
like I said, it's okay to leave it in here if you want to leave it here. But for me, because I build more bigger pages and more sophisticated pages, what I usually do is that I open a folder. I open a new folder for all my images, and I call that folder images, because that is where I put all my images. And what I do is that I move this into the folder, inside the folder. All right, just copy it and go and put it into the folder. Now, bear in mind that, see, now this is the picture. It is inside the image folder. The images are inside the JSON folder. Bear in mind that everything must be inside one folder. This folder is still inside. I mean, let me come outside. If I This is JSON folder. If I open, you would still see my image folder. It has to be inside JSON's folder. It has to be inside the root folder, the folder that you opened initially. Everything has to be inside there. Do you understand?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Hold on. So let's say for instance, you don't want to, maybe you don't want to, because in your case you don't really need to open a folder. We're not doing much. So maybe you just want to leave it underneath like that. So that's up to you. So let me leave it here like that. It's up to you to choose whatever. So now if I come, you can see my images folder here. It appears here. Whatever you do in the folder on your laptop, it automatically appears in VS Code. All right?
Yeah.
Good. So I left it in the images and I left it inside the picture. If I
I'm
try
not
to
listening
open this, you can see it's the picture.
on it. I'm checking.
Size of
Wasn't playing game on it.
Okay. So the element we use to upload pictures, we use the image element. Now this image element doesn't have a closing tag. What it has is just a slash. This is how you open an image tag. All right.
Not playing
Now
game.
remember what we're talking. Are you there?
Yes.
So remember what we're talking, and I said that for images, for text, you can just type in the text, but from images, the images has to come from somewhere. So what usually happen is that we have to, after you have opened the image tag, you have to put the source src. I hope I'm getting, let me check. Okay, yes. So you have to put src, which is a short form for the source. So for this, the browser has to know, okay, where is this picture? Is this picture on your laptop, or is this picture on your website, on a website? Where exactly is this picture so that I can display the picture? I've opened this image tag now, right? Let me save this code. If I save this and I go and check the browser, I probably won't have anything. Uh, yeah, sorry. I won't have anything there. because there is nothing, even though I restart it, there is nothing. See, there is nothing. So you have to let the browser know, okay, where is the source of this image? Now, if the image is on your laptop, just like the way it is right now, this one is on our laptop, it's very easy. All you need to do, if you did not open a folder, maybe this is just the picture here, right? All you need to write is you have to write the folder. What's the folder? I think it's JSON. That's the folder. JSON, right? Now, it's very important that when you write source is equal to, it's very important that you put this double quotation mark you are seeing. SRC, which stands for source, is equals to whatever, right? So you're going to write the source of that picture inside. You see, VS Code is even giving you options that where do you want to pick the picture from. So now I want to pick this one. This one here is the same as what's here. Do you understand? So if I start to type my picture .jpeg, because that's the name of the picture, right? If I start to type it, it's still the same. All right. Now, if I save this, let me save this. Okay, and I come here and then I reload. Did I save that? Okay, I saved it. So if I come to the browser and I reload, so the browser is reloading, bear with me. All right, so you can see the picture, right? Now this is a very big picture. All right, but you see that, right?
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see that now we can easily fix that.
Okay.
All right, that can be fixed because the picture is too big and maybe you don't want it to be that big. So all you just need to say is you have to reduce the height and the width. So you can just say height is equal to 500. Then you have the width is equals to 500 as well. I'm hoping this will work. We're supposed to put PX there, but let me see if this works. So reload, sorry. We reload the page. I keep disturbing it. So it's reloading. All right, let me see. Of course, it's shorter now, but I want it to be much more smaller. So I'm going to reduce this to 400. Let me say 350 by 350. Let me do it that way. 350 by 350. Okay. So if I did 350 by 350 and I come here, reload the page is loading. All right. So you see it's smaller now, right?
Yeah.
All right, fine. So that is how you put a picture that is on your laptop. Now, if I'd open an image, if I'd open an for me now, open an images this thing. If I want to use the images inside the folder, inside my images folder, it's very simple. Instead of writing this, what I would do is to select the image folder or the images folder and then put a slash. All right. So when you select a folder like this, the browser understands that, okay, so this image is inside, or this picture is inside the images, right? So now there are usually more than one pictures inside the images. To select the particular picture, you have to put a slash, right? So for us now, what we only have is this my picture, whatever. So you can just select this because it's the only picture there. If I save this and go to the browser, it's literally the same. Browser is reloading. It's going to be the same picture because it's the same picture that is there. All right, browser is reloaded. You see, it is still the same. Do you understand?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
All right, fine. Sorry, hold on. So hold on. Okay, so now that is how you upload a picture that is on your laptop. Now, what if you wanted to upload a picture from another website? Maybe you were doing maybe you like PS5 and then there's a picture of PS5 that you want to put on your page. Do you understand? I'm going to use this picture here as an example. Are you following me?
Yes.
All right. So what I do, maybe I have seen a picture I want to use. Now this picture is definitely hosted on this website right here. The one that we did, it is hosted on our local computer, on your computer. But for this, it is on a website, and so you have to get the address of that. Every picture you see on the internet has its address. The way to find the address is very simple. You just have to go to the picture, right click on the picture. You will definitely see you can see copied image link. You can see save image. You can even see open image in a new tab, because the picture has its own address, so you can open that link, you can open that address link on a different page. If I open it here, all right, let me go and open it here. This is the link. This long thing you are seeing right now is the link for the picture. So you see, it is only the picture that will appear here. Okay, you can see this is the picture, right? So how
Yes.
do you now put it on your website? All you need to do is copy image link. Copy image link, all right? So you're going to copy the image link, you go back to your VS Code, and then this source here will change. The source you're going to put is the link that you copied from the website. Now, bear in mind that this is a very long address, so don't pay it no attention. Just make sure you put it in. Let me go back again so that you see that I kept it in the middle. Oh my god. So let me go back again so that you see that I kept it right in the middle of the two quotation mark, right? Going back again. All right, you can see the height is here, the width is here, but what we want to change is the source, and I'm going to paste this in between here. So if I paste that link again, because it's a very long link, you can see how long it is. It's going to go towards the end like this. If I save it, VS Code will break the code into two. Now let me save this, Control S to save it. Now when I save it, you see VS Code took the height and because it's really long, and VS Code brought it here, and this will still work. All right, you can see it. So now that I've saved this, let's go and check it in the okay, this is VS Code. I have this very advanced, so I have this live viewing, so I don't need to be reloading my page to see the new changes I make. But for you, you have to reload your page to see new changes that you made. So you can see the picture here has changed, right?
Yeah.
So that is how you do it. That is how you put a picture. It's very easy. Just make sure you use um the image option, and then you have the src. Now the height and the width is not always important if the picture is the perfect size that you want. Do you understand? You only put a height and a width you when you feel like, okay, this is too big, this picture is too big, I don't want it to be too big. If I remove the height and the width here and I save this and I go back, I think that picture is equally as big. So the browser is reloading itself. Let's see the new size. And okay, yeah, it's equally as big, right? You can see. So when I say width and height, the length, how long it is from top to bottom, is the height. Then the sides, how wide it is from here to here, is the width. So if I give this a width of 500 and I give it a length of or a height of 500, it becomes smaller. So sometimes 500 might not be what you want, sometimes it might be 300, might be 4. As long as you are happy with whatever size is there, that's the most important thing. So let me make this one 500 and we're going to stop there. So if I make the height and the width 500, okay, Control S. Always remember to save your code after you make new changes. Always remember, otherwise it won't reflect in the browser. So now my browser is reloading to see the new size. And yeah, this is how it is. But I'm going to stop here for the sake of time and go into the next thing. So if you look at I'm going to give you this profile, don't this link so that you can use it. So what is the next thing that you see here? You see that it has a line break, right? Are you there?
Yes.
So after the picture, can you tell me what else you think that it's there? Can you tell me what else you think is there?
After the
You can
line.
see a line. Yeah, after the line, yeah, this is a paragraph, right?
Yeah.
This is a paragraph. Now there
Yeah.
is a line break after the paragraph, and then you can see another paragraph and another line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to help you with the first line and one paragraph. You're going to do the rest by yourself. And I will teach you, this is a link. I will teach you how to create a link, and then we'll close it for the day. Your assignment is that you're going to do the remaining of the write-up and the remaining. I'm not even going to do the second line for you. I trust that you're smart enough to do that. But basically, what you want to do is that after, I don't know if you have written this one that I have written down in class, but it's pretty easy. You just have a H2 here, H3 here, then you have the image, you have a line, there's a line on top here, then you have another line, you have a paragraph and all of that. So it's pretty easy. So basically what they are just saying is that you do, after the picture, you have HR, right? That's one line. Then you have a paragraph. You open your paragraph, your first one, you write it. You write about it yourself. My name is Jason, blah, blah, blah. My name is Jason, blah, blah, blah. You write everything you want to write. All right. And for where you see a line break, because there's a line break there, it's pretty easy. You just come here, you put the line break, the BR, and then you write another paragraph. Do you understand?
Yes.
Blah, blah. You're going to do this right up as your assignment, all right? And I think there's another line break. Let me go and check. Okay, yes, line break paragraph. Sorry, horizontal line, paragraph, then line break, paragraph. Okay, and there is another line. So this will be another HR, and then the link. I will show you how to put a link. Let me see. Paragraph HR. Okay, let me save this and let's see how it looks like in the browser. So browser is rebuilding. Oh my god. See. So you see, there is and like I said, forget about the styling. What you should focus on is the HTML, the language, the makeup. We will do the styling together. So as you can see, there's a write up here. Then I put this is the line break. This line break is a lot. Let me see. Did I use a line break in when I was building that one? This is actually the code base for building that one. Okay, so when I built it, I didn't use a line break. I used a section. I used something called section. Mm, you can see it here. I use section. You can decide to. It doesn't really matter. But let me just quickly show you. So let me start by showing you how to put a link. All right. Now, when we want to use link, we use a. Let me make this bigger so you see. We use the a element to write a link. And now in the So the A element has a what's it called? It has a closing tag because you definitely are going to write something inside. So I don't know if you have been to websites and then you see they will say, oh, click here or click on this link or whatever, whatever. Let me show you how that is going to work. Let's say click here to go to my click here to go to. Do you have a Facebook account?
No.
Okay, no problem. So let's assume I want to click here to go to YouTube. Let me use YouTube. All right. So maybe you're linking somewhere. For me, I think on that page, where did I link to? I think for me on this page, I don't think I linked anywhere because I wasn't doing anything. Oh yeah, it didn't link anywhere. This is JavaScript, by the way. So, but for you, you're going to. Do you have an email?
Yes.
Okay, so for you, we're going to link to your email. Do you understand? And I will show you how to do emails later. But for now, let's assume we are linking to YouTube. Now, this is the A element, like I said, and we use it to put links. We want to go to YouTube. Right now, if I do it like this and I save it and I go to the browser, it's not going to link anywhere because you didn't put anywhere for it to link to. Okay, so browser is loading. All right, so I don't know if you can see this. All right, so now what you're having here is just click to go to YouTube, but you see we can't click anything because you just, yes, we opened the A element for the link, but you didn't even put where you're linking to. You have to put, for instance, we want to go to YouTube. You have to put YouTube website inside the A link so that it can go to YouTube, so that you explain, so that you understand rather. So the first thing you want to do is to type href, which is reference, which is the reference link, right? For images we use source src. For links we use href. Sound. Do you understand, Jason?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Are you following at all?
Yeah. I'm looking.
Okay. So I said we wanted to link to YouTube, right? So I'm going to YouTube now so that I can copy their link. Okay. So for you, we're going to be linking emails, but let me just show you how to link other websites. So this is, my network is a bit slow. Okay, so this is YouTube link. Now it's very important. I mean, if you go to www.youtube.com, it would still go. But when you want to link it in HTML, you have to put this HTTPS you're seeing in front. You have to put that entire thing. Do you understand? Jason,
Oh, sorry. My mic was muted.
hello. Am I
I said
still on?
my mic was muted.
Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, okay, no problem. But you can hear me, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So I was saying that if you're going to link to somewhere, now normally if you want to go to YouTube, you just click www.youtube.com, right? But it doesn't work that way when you're trying to link in HTML. When you're trying to link in HTML, you have to put the entire you have to put this thing here, https colon slash slash, then you now put the entire address. It is important because if you only put www.youtube, it will not go. So this is how you have to link it. All right. Hold on, let me check something. Let me check how I linked it. Okay, sorry. Okay. There was one thing I missed when I was teaching images. Let me quickly tell you that. So, like I said, in images we have SRC, right?
Yeah.
Then after SRC, there's something we call it ALT. ALT is just simply I don't know if you've ever gone to a website and a picture was supposed to load and it didn't load, and then it looks broken. Do you understand? Basically, anything could happen sometimes. Maybe there was a mistake in your error, your picture could not load. Do you understand? This is a picture of myself. The ALT will now display, it will now write a picture of myself. All right, I'll show you what this means now. Hold on. Let's assume. Okay, now this link I'm putting here for this picture is very wrong. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can see I deleted some things. All right, so I put the height, I put the width. Oh, sorry. Most time ALT should always come immediately after the source, after the SRC. So I'm going to cut this and I'm going to put it after the SRC. So now there is an obvious mistake in that code, right? And so I have my ALT saying the picture of myself. Now, if I save this, right? I save this. If I go to my browser, see what happens when I go to my browser. Browser is reloading. You see the picture, sorry, the picture will not display. What will display is your ALT. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's what displays. It is just, good practice to do that. So let me host the picture on my folder here. Let me put it here. All right, let's leave it like that. Now back to YouTube. So now I have kept the YouTube link here. Now if I go back to the browser, all right, browser is reloading. You can see now it has now become, sorry, you can see here now that it has now become a link that you can click, right?
Yes.
See, now if I click on this, it will take me to YouTube. So now I've clicked on it. Watch it taking me to YouTube. You see, it's taking me to YouTube. Now the thing is, although we're not going to YouTube, so let's go back. So now the thing is, for the most part, when you are building websites, most times, most websites, which is a good thing to do, when they click on a link on your website, instead of closing that website and just like, for instance, now when I clicked it just closed this our page and it was going to YouTube, right? You don't
Yeah.
want to do that. The best practice is to make sure it opens in a new tab. So how do you get it to open in a new tab? Very simple. We use something called targets. All right. And so if I say target is equal to underscore blank, underscore. So you can see there's underscore blank, there is parent, there is self, there is top. All right. So if you use using self is the default function. If you use self, it's going to open on the same page. But if you want it to open on a different tab, you use underscore blank. That's what you need to know. So now if I save this, okay, saving, and then I go to the browser. All right, the browser is loading. So let it load so that change can take place. It has stopped loading. Now, if I click on it, just watch what happens. See, it moves to a different page. This is still our page here. Now YouTube is opening here. Before it was just closing our page, but you can see YouTube now is opening in a different place. Your page is still open. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah, okay, so for the YouTube,
Um,
if you have a YouTube account, is that where you can link it to?
yeah. Yeah, that's where you can link it to if you have a YouTube account. You
Okay.
can link it to any website of your choice. You can link it to your Facebook account. You can link it to your YouTube account. You can link it to your email. All right. So by the next class, I'm going to show you how to link it to your email, such that sometimes I don't know if you've been on certain websites. If you just click, maybe you click on their emails, or maybe they have something like this page here that has this page now has this contact me. If I click on sometimes there's some pages you go to, if you click on it, it will just open your Gmail straight up. I'll show you how to do that in next class. I don't want to show you now because there's a lot in programming. You cannot cram all these things in your head. You cannot cram all the elements in your head. It's not possible. How many? You are not a computer. Do you understand? So there are
Yeah.
certain things that you will not know, but the good news is that you have the internet to always remind you. You can just say, "Oh, how do I link? What's the element to use to?" You just ask Google, "Oh, how do I create a link in HTML?" You'll find your answer. That's the good thing. So I don't want to go through all those process of trying to figure out how to link your emails now. We'll do that in next class. But it's important to know how to create a link. All right?
Yeah.
All right. So trust me, this read about me. Okay, this read about me you're seeing is a link. If I come here and I change this right up, what shows? You notice that the address is not showing. This everything inside here is not showing. Hold on, let me show you how doing a link is like. All right. So you notice that there is an opening there's an opening tag for the A element, and of course you have your href, which links to the whatever website you want to link, and then you have target here. All right. And then
Yeah.
you have this. So the only thing that shows on the browser is the right up here. So if I turn this, what is under my own browser is read about me. All right. Read
Yeah.
about me, and I save this. If you go back, if I go to if I go to your page, it is loading. What will be there is read me. You see, read about me. All right. So that's how you create what you see here. Sorry, let me just leave here. That's how you create what you see here. So you see this thing you're seeing like this. Everything. Let me reload this. Everything you're seeing like this. It started just like this. This is how it
Okay.
started. This picture is really This is how it started, just like this, the write up everything. But it is CSS. We use CSS to design. It is CSS that transformed it. So what you're going to do, your assignment for this week is very easy. Let me first give you the link to this page so that you can be working on it when you're doing your assignment. All you need to do is just recreate the write up. Let me go to.
Your mic is breaking.
I hope you copied the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat.
Wait, your mic was
Oh, there were
breaking. I
messages
didn't
in the chat. I'm so
said.
sorry. It's breaking again. Okay, don't worry. I'll repeat what I said. I said, first of all, I'm dropping the link to that page in the chat. So I need you to copy it so that when you're doing your assignments, you have something to look at. I don't know why it's not showing. Let me try to drop it again. Okay, so I'll say it again. So I was inspiring whatever. Everything you see here, it started like this. This is how it started. Line, you have your paragraph, read about me, paragraph, yes. Everything you see here was once um everything you see here started like this. All right. But we now use CSS to design it so that it becomes better. So your assignment, which is very easy, is for you to just recreate the write-up. Forget about the design. Just recreate the write-up with HTML. And then by the next class, we're going to be talking about CSS and how you can design it.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You understand the assignment? All right. So I gave
So
you the link to this so that when you're writing, you can know that okay, so this first one, Miss Blessing Itoha is the H2, this is the H3, so you can see that there is a line here. You do the line, you put your picture, you also put this line here, put your paragraph, and then you also basically just recreate the page. Forget about the design. All I want to see, I just want to see the write-up and the pictures. So I've sent you the link for it. So
wait,
that's going to be your assignment. Any
should I
questions?
should I open up VS Code?
Yeah, you're to do it on VS Code.
Okay.
I don't know if I show you how to open it on your browser after you've saved. You do know how to create a hold on, let me start the process again. You know how to create your folder, right?
Wait, can I do at the same time as you're doing it?
What?
Can I do it as at the same time as you're doing it?
No, it's an assignment because I have to go now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I need to open the file, like how to open it.
Yes, that's exactly how you open it. You open a file. Okay, let me start the entire process again so that you understand. You come and you open a file. For me, I chose to open my file in my documents. It's under documents. So I opened the file. I named that file JSON, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to VS Code. Let me go to VS Code. Let me close this file. Let me close this folder. So I'll start the process again.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
I
so when
get.
you open your VS Code, what? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when you open your VS Code, you're going to see something like this. All right. So what you want to do after you've opened your folder, what you then want to do is to click on open folder. All right.
Yeah.
Normally you should, I don't know why it's taking so long to appear, but normally you should see a blue thingy that writes open folder. If you don't see it, you can always, okay, it's already open. You should see open folder here. You should see something like this. So all you need to do is open the folder, click on open folder. Then you go and open the new folder that you just created. So I created a new folder in my document. So I'll go to documents and I'm going to click on JSON. I'm going to open, click on, no, sorry, document. So this is JSON. I'm going to click on it, select it rather, and then come and select folder here. So you see I clicked on it so that the is highlighted, and then I click on select folder. When I select folder, it opens. All right, so you wait for it to open that folder. Okay, so now the folder is opened. So normally, because you are going to be opening a new file, you won't have any, what's the word? Sorry. You know what? Hold on. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. So normally, because you're opening a folder, you won't have any you won't have any files inside the folder. It's just going to be empty. It's going to look like this. All right. But VS Code is loading now. It's going to show the files that we opened already. But for you, it's going to be new. So after you've opened it like this, you just need to click. You can see it here. You see new file. You see new folder. You see refresh. No, you don't need this. So what you just need to do is to click on open new file. This new file. You open a new file. You give that file a name. For me, I gave it JSON at that time. Let me give it another name now. Let me name it itoha.html. It's very important to include .html, otherwise it will not open in your browser. Okay, so now I'm opening itoha.html. So when you open itoha.html, see this is how it looks like. If you go to your folder here, I hope you're listening because it's more important to listen than to try to copy what I'm
Yeah.
doing. So if I come here, you can see it here. What? What's your question?
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay. So if you want to open it on your browser, after you've opened the file on your on your VS Code, if you want to open it to your browser, you just need to come here, click on this, and then you say open with. So depending on whatever browser you're using, you can decide to use decide to use Microsoft Edge. You can use Internet Explorer. For me, I use Google Chrome. So I'm going to click on Google Chrome, and that will open that folder on my browser. You can see it. So even from here, you already know that okay, you're opening itoa.html. So there is nothing in that folder, in that file right now. So it's empty. So the best way to get started, you're going to click on this exclamation mark here and press enter. and then you can start coding inside this your body. You start with your H1, your H2, and all of that. Do you understand? I said this
Yeah.
at the beginning of the class, and you're making me say it again. So, all right then. I've sent you the link to the page. Please copy that link and do your assignment, and I'll see you next week.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Whew.